The Prince and Princess of Wales's tour of the Caribbean led the couple to adopt a new approach to royal duty. Prince William and Kate, Princess of Wales, embarked on their tour of the Caribbean a year ago today, March 19. The Prince and Princess of Wales visited Belize, Jamaica and the Bahamas during an 8-day trip to mark the late Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. Their tour came months after King Charles III visited Barbados to mark the nation becoming a republic and amid calls for reparations and apologies for the royal family's role in the slave trade. Quickly, the royal visit became shrouded in controversy, with protests and unfortunately timed photographs dominating the headlines. Now, a royal commentator has claimed the couple are being careful to prevent further issues from happening. Emily Nash, Hello Magazine's royal editor, recently spoke about the roles William and Kate will play in the future of the monarchy. Appearing on last week's episode of the publication's A Right Royal podcast, she said both the Prince and Princess of Wales are being very carefully managed to make sure they never put a foot wrong. William and Kate are said to be acutely aware of how the world is going to have changed by the time they become king and queen, Ms. Nash said. The world's going to be a very different place by the time William is king from when his grandmother came to the throne. And he's definitely got an eye on that, and he is very modern in his outlook. I think he's reacting to the way that the world is now, and is going to be. And similarly, Kate is looking to the future. I think they're really conscious of the privilege of their positions and the responsibility of their roles, and they want to do the right thing. She concluded, everything they do between now and then is going to be very carefully managed to make sure they never put a foot wrong. After their controversial tour, it was reported that the couple planned to do things the Cambridge way. In a groundbreaking address months later, the Prince of Wales said he and his wife had been learning how the past weighs heavily on the present, noting their often difficult tour. The couple were carrying out an engagement in South London when the Prince reached out to the Caribbean community in the UK through his heartfelt speech, applauding the contribution of the British Caribbean communities on Windrush Day. William said, "My family have been proud to celebrate this for decades. Whether that be through support from my father on Windrush Day, or more recently during my grandmother's Platinum Jubilee, as people from all communities and backgrounds came together to acknowledge all that has changed over the past 70 years and look to the future. This is something that resonated with Catherine and me after our visit to the Caribbean earlier this year," he continued. "Our trip was an opportunity to reflect, and we learnt so much. Not just about the different issues that matter most to the people of the region, but also how the past weighs heavily on the present." The Caribbean visit marked the first time the royal couple had faced significant backlash on an official tour. And the protests made up just part of the evidence that a historic shift was, and is, underway, with some nations expected to break ties with the monarchy by electing new heads of state in the coming years. William reflected on the future governance of the Caribbean countries in a statement at the end of their tour, saying, "I know that this tour has brought into even sharper focus questions about the past and the future. In Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas, that future is for the people to decide upon. Catherine and I are committed to service. For us, that's not telling people what to do. It is about serving and supporting them in whatever way they think best, by using the platform we are lucky to have." Ms. Nash's comments came ahead of Commonwealth Day, an annual celebration held to